Hello, everybody. My name's Stuart Turley, President and CEO of the Sandstone Group, and I've got an old friend of the podcast here. I've got Dan Gualtieri, and I mean, Dan, your podcast went so nuts. It has got some reach. I just talked to you a second ago, and where were you that it just went nuts?
Oh, man, we did the Salvation Army Greater Houston Annual Advisory Board Luncheon. And it was a packed crowd at the River Oaks Country Club. What energy. Just Salvation Army does such a good job for the community.
And so somebody came up to you and said, "Hey, I saw you on the Energy News Beat podcast."
Absolutely. Somebody out of the crowd found me and said, "Hey, I saw your podcast. That was really cool. I didn't know we could do all that." And the guy was, was very excited. We have follow-up meetings already scheduled. It was really exciting to see that, but that was not the venue or the place I expected to be called out in. It was exciting. It's exciting to see the depth and breadth of your podcast. It's really powerful.
You know, your conversation was critical, and your industry thought leadership was just absolutely. And then with Combo Curve and being a sponsor of our podcast and everything else, this is critical. I mean, our energy time is right now. Now, Dan, you've got a fantastic thing coming up next week. Can you tell me the title, who's going to be there, and an action item of what's going to happen? Because people need to get to this.
This is a cool event. So it's the Society of Petroleum Engineering, Greater Houston. It's the Business Development Group. We're at the Petroleum Club, November 15th, 4 o'clock in the evening, 4 to 8. We have a hands-on live A&D evaluation happening. This is our third annual. Who will take the title event? Everybody comes in, has access to a deal from a deal room, has the ability to work in teams, evaluate a current producing asset. And this year we've added refrac capability. So people will evaluate the upside potential of a refrac on one of the wells in the deal evaluation. This is so cool because you work in teams, it's hands-on, you learn from other people, whether it's business development, bank auditors, reserves, land guys. At the end of the day, everybody builds their story. Each team will build their story, and they're going to pitch this story to real board members. We've had a stellar lineup in the past. This season, we've got Garrett Chung, Senior VP of Juniper Capital, on deck. Steve Hendrickson, President Ralph E. Davis Opportune. We've got Catherine Hodgson, Director, several different entities, First Quantum Minerals, Terramark Valley Energy. Stephen McDaniel will be there. He's on the board of director for Encino. And Gerard Peachel, Vice President Upstream Technical for Lazard. All of these different expertises come together, and they're going to challenge each team. At the end of the day, the teams will walk away with a cool trophy. Basically, the winning deal evaluation team is something you can talk about, share with your friends. The cool part is hands-on, evaluating a prospect, looking at refracs, building a fair market valuation, and pitching it to a board all in one night from 4 to 8. Action-packed.
Wow.
I need people to come and sign up because we've got openings. I just hope people will come out and take advantage of this. It takes a lot of energy and a lot of time to put something like this together. The board is ready. They're ready to hear each team's pitch. So I'm excited.
Well, I tell you what, Dan, we're going to get this word out. This is so exciting because all of this, Michael Tanner and I are kicking off a new program, and that new program is going to be deal evaluation. But this is deal evaluation on steroids. And I'll tell you, as our next generation of young people coming along, it's critical that we have all of these things in play. We're going to have in the show notes, but what website can they go to, or how do they get a hold of you to help make sure they register?
Man, my contact info is on LinkedIn. Reach out to me that way. Email or phone, call me. Search SPE Business Development A&D Workshop or Houston. You'll see it on the SPE website. Register there. Happy to have anybody involved. This is the only venue and only opportunity you'll have in a team environment to work through a mock evaluation, go to fair market value, and be able to pitch it to a board and get live board feedback across the the depth and breadth of those individuals that are sharing their time. This is all volunteer. So at the end of the day, all the proceeds for all of these events for SPE end up going to scholarships in the greater Houston area for STEM STEM college grads. So it's a good cause. It's very minimal investment to actually come and attend, and you get to collaborate, and it'll be a fun, exciting event. Just hands-on, working with a cross-discipline team. Very exciting.
Okay, here's an invitation. Any of the judges or executives that you just mentioned have a standing invitation, and I'd love to do a podcast afterwards about the winning deal, and the winner come on the podcast and let them, and that way they say, here's why I did this deal eval. I want to follow up with you after this event. Excellent. With the winners, and this is about winners and judges.
Perspectives. Everybody has a different perspective. The key is knowing who you're pitching to and knowing their perspective, and having insight into that is immensely valuable for any discipline, wherever you're coming from. Understanding who you're pitching to, understanding their pain points and touch points and value propositions. Very powerful to be situation be in.
Fantastic. All right. Hey, Dan, thanks for stopping by the podcast today. And this is cool.
Stu, I
can't wait to see you. Thanks, man. See you soon.